Hello, boys and girls. Welcome to 4th grade Excel lesson 87. We're going to learn how to do some measuring of quarts, gallons, ounces, pounds, tons. And then we're going to look at some families of facts for multiplication and division. And we're also going to learn how to solve some algebra problems today. Woo, that's going to be fun. All right, let's start up here at the top. 1 gallon is equal to 4 quarts. When you go to the grocery store and you see, or at your house in your refrigerator, and you see that big container of orange juice or that big milk container, that's a gallon. And then a quart looks like, kind of like a water bottle. You know, just not the little tiny water bottles, but a normal size water bottle, that's about a quart. So 4 of those would fit in the big jug, in the 1 gallon jug. So remember, 1 gallon is 4 quarts. And if you think about it, 4 quarters is equal to $1, right? 4 quarters is $1 and 4 quarts is a gallon. 1 pound is equal to 16 ounces. The way I remember that is that I remember that you have somebody that's driving a car and they have to be 16 to drive the car. And then they start pounding on the steering wheel because they're getting very frustrated. Pounding on that steering wheel. They're 16 years old. And that will remind you that 1 pound is equal to 16 ounces. 1 ton is equal to 2,000 pounds. Now, the common thing that kids mess up on this is they think that 1 ton is 1,000 pounds, but 1 ton is actually 2,000 pounds. That's a lot. A grown man that is pretty decent size weighs about 200 pounds. So this would be like 100 men is 1 ton. It's a lot of weight. All right, now we're moving down. For each multiplication fact that is given, write another multiplication fact and the division facts that go with it. We're going to make a family of facts. 7 times 8 is 56. Write that in on your paper. We switch the order. 8 times 7, which is 56. Then we make 2 division problems using those same 3 numbers. 56 divided by 7 is 8. Can you get ahead of me? 56 divided by 8 is 7. See how you do that? You use all 3 numbers the same on every single problem. So 7, 8, and 56. 7, 8, and 56 on all 4 of those problems. Okay, I want you to pause the video, try number 2, and then turn the video back on. 6 times 8, you should have already done that, is 48. And then switch the order. 8 times 6 is also 48. Same 3 numbers, 8, 6, and 48. 48 goes on the inside, or the dividend of that division problem. 48 divided by 6, that's the divisor. The quotient then is 8. 48 dividend, 8 divisor, and 6 quotient. All right, and notice that, you had to add the 6 times 8 in. It's on your screen, though. All right, I want you to do 3 through 6 right now. Do all the rest of those problems all the way down to number 6. Pause the video, turn it back on when you're ready for the solutions. 7 times 6, you should have written 42. Then switch the order and make it 6 times 7 is 42. And then 42 divided by 6 is 7. Now, you could have put 42 divided by 7 is 6 on that one. Doesn't matter what order you put these. Oops, not 46. 42 divided by 7 is 6. 8 times 9 is 72. 9 times 8 is 72. And then both of these division problems should have 72 written as the dividend. The order you put these in doesn't matter so much, but there should be a 9 and an 8 on both of them, just like that. 6 times 9 is 54. And 9 times 6 is 54. 54 as the dividend. The divisor is going to be 6 on one of them and 9 on the other. And the quotient, 9 on one, 6 on the other. You can switch these. It's perfectly fine. All right, 7 times 5, 35. 5 times 7, 35. 35 divided by either 7 or 5 right there. And then 35 divided by the other number you haven't used yet. In this case, it would be 5. All right. Fix your paper if you have any of those wrong. Now we're going to do a brand new type of problem. We're going to use a method we call guess and check. N times 4 equals 6 plus n. That n means it's a missing number. And you have to figure out what that missing number is. And since they both say n, that means it's the same missing number. If there's a 1 right here, there has to be a 1 over there. If on the left has a 2, there's got to be a 2 on the right, and so on. So the way we solve this, as is explained to you down here, we're not going to read that right now, but what you're going to do is you are going to start with 0, and then you're going to see if you can balance out the equation when you put a 0 in for n. So it shows you right here. If n were 0, then in place of the n, you'd put a 0 there and a 0 on the other n. See that? 0 times 4 is 0, and 6 plus 0 is 6. Well, 0 is not equal to 6. So 0 does not work in that number sentence. That is not true. So therefore, n cannot be 0. What if n were 1? Now, see, what we're doing is we're just starting with 0 and we're working our way up. Just keep going until you hit one that actually works. So if we make n equal to 1 on this side, n equal to 1 on that side, let's see what we get. 1 times 4, that's equal to 4. 6 plus 1, that's equal to 7. Is 4 equal to 7? No, that's not true. So you can't put a 1 in there and have it come out equal. Let's try 2 for n. So we put 2 at the beginning and 2 at the end, replacing those two n's. And 2 times 4 is equal to 8. 6 plus 2 is equal to 8. Doo-doo! We got it. 8 is equal to 8. And so when you plug a 2 in for n, you end up with both sides equaling 8. So therefore, n equals 2. N is equal to 2. Some kids get confused and they put 8 in the check answer for that one. But what we're trying to find is what is n equal to, not what does both sides come out to equal once you plug in the number for n. All right, so here is another one, number 7. What you want to do is start with, and they've already done it for you, so check this out. Start with 0. If you put 0 here and 0 there, 0 times 4 is 0, and 6 plus 0 is 6. 0 equals 6? Nope, 0 doesn't work. Then you try, here, let me get those out of there. Boop, 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 boop. Okay, then you try number 1. If you put a 1 in there for n and a 1 in there for n, you get 4 on this side, right? Because 1 times 4 is 4. 6 plus 1 is 7. Is 4 equal to 7? Of course not. So that doesn't work. 1 does not. Then we try plugging in the 2. And so, oh, it's the exact same problem that we did before, right? So we plug in 2 here and 2 here. 2 times 4 is 8. And 6 plus 2 is 8. So therefore, n equals 2. All right, why don't you try number 8? Pause the video and then turn the video back on when you have the solution. X here is equal to, let's try 0 to start. Should have put 0 in there and 0 in there. 0 times 5 comes out to be 0, and 0 plus 0 comes out to be 0. Hey, wait a minute. 0 works. So X is equal to 0. Didn't have to work too hard on that one. Okay, try number 9, and then turn the video back on. Here we go. You should have already done this. So we're going to work our way through. I'm going to put some numbers over here. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops, that's supposed to be a 3. Okay, 4, 5, and so on until we find the number. So let's plug 0 in. If I put a 0 in for B, 8 plus 0 is equal to 8. If I put a 0 in for that B, 0 times 3 is 0. So 8 equals 0? Nope, that's not going to work. Plug in a 1. 8 plus 1 is 9. 1 times 3 is 3. 9 equals 3? No, 1 does not work in place of B. How about 2? 8 plus 2, well, that's 10. 2 times 3 is 6. 10 equals 6? Nope, that doesn't work. Let's try 3. 8 plus 3 is equal to 11. 3 times 3 is equal to 9. 11 equals 9. Nope, that doesn't work. How about 4? 8 plus 4 is 12. 4 times 3 is, bam, 12. So 4 works. So watch how I do this. I'm going to put a little 4 right there, a little 4 right there. So 8 plus 4 is 12. Showing my work. Do that on your paper. 4 times 3 is 12. Both sides come out to be 12, so therefore B is equal to 4. That number is what you would put in your check answer when you come to your guided practice and your homework. All right, that's it. A little tricky on that second part, I know today, but the first part was easy.